It all started on an infamous night at 42nd Street Oyster Bar, which is not the start to a joke.
It was maybe March of 2020?
Yeah, and Chuck says to me, we're sitting down, we're having dinner, he says, yeah, I just bought some land out in rural North Carolina, and it's always been a dream of mine. And that was when the term Dreamland was coined. He was talking about how he really wasn't interested in just doing one of these log homes, which is pretty much the builders around here. And he really wanted to do something special and unique.
Yeah.
That's where it all started.
It's where it all started, and about 2 months before that, when they started shutting everything down, I went shopping, looking for land, right? And I'm Googling, and the real estate guy was really great, and he found this piece after looking at 3 or 4 others. And then we peeked through and we could see all the mountains. And I said, well, this is the piece of land. I haven't figured out anything else, so let's start with this.
This was all covered in trees, just like the trees
just like it's dark.
Us. We took down about 3 acres of trees. So when you first came up here, it was kind of hard to see and get the vision, but like he said, you were peeking through. And one of the most beautiful things is you've got this cow field pasture behind us that just opens up to these fantastic views.
And then from there, I started, as you know, as we went and had dinner at the 42nd Street Oyster Bar, I said, boy, I've tried to contact every one of these builders over here. And they said, no, we'll only do the outside. No, we'll only do this part. No, and we're not going to clear the land. You get somebody else to do that. And I went, I just need somebody who's going to come and hold my hand and say, these are all the things we need to do.
And you wanted something special. You didn't really want a log kit home.
Right.
You really wanted something. We started first with sort of a tiny house. Then we were like the big house. Then it was like, no, let's do the big house. And you really wanted something that was unique and sort of a legacy for the family, right?
Right. So the goal there was to turn my place in Raleigh and to come up here for a few years and then make this my permanent residence. But it started out as being, what am I doing here? Am I going to do a tiny little kit home or a double wide? You can't do double wides in this town. Yeah. Or do I do a log cabin or bare necessities? Now we have this, which is none of those things, but this is really what I wanted, and this is where I will end up.
Talk about sort of the idea of the big space. We took them through the loft, the master bedroom, the fireplaces. Talk about some of those things that are like...
Yeah, that were important. I grew up as a kid in New York City in a very small apartment. If I could stretch my arms out and touch walls, I wasn't a happy guy. So I said, wherever I'm gonna go, I want the biggest doors, I want the biggest ceilings, I want it to feel open and spacious. And then you and I came up with this idea, really your idea, of having the center hall be really tall and have all these windows to bring in natural light. And I love it. Everybody who comes in goes, wow. And that's what we were looking for. And then so the rest of it, super high ceilings, good tall doors. It makes you feel like you've got a lot of space. The opposite of what I grew up with.